believe we're on. I think we are.
Oh,
I'll check we're recording.
we'll just double check before we move on.
Yeah, we're looking good, mate.
All right, I'll give us the bloody two claps.
I think the dials are good.
Oh, fuck, that's loud.
Jesus Christ.
Episode 6. That was louder than I
Episode 6
expected.
and I've gone deaf, mate.
I'm sorry for that. I am sorry.
Jesus Christ. Maybe it's a room.
Yeah, it could be.
New setting.
We've moved. Yeah.
What have we had? 3 settings in 3 weeks?
3 settings in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we've got the couches, the backyard, and
Now we're in the...
in the bloody office.
We'll call this the... I reckon this could be the new setup, mate.
It could be. I'm liking it.
Just quickly.
Just quickly.
Just while we're on it, mate.
Yeah.
TV hooked up to the laptop. You want to tell us a bit about this drawing, mate?
We got a bit of artwork sent in. We asked a friend of ours called Eli, absolute legend.
Absolute
And I
G.
honestly, I gave him the bare minimum in terms of expectations. I was like, can you do a little bit of a cartoon or animated drawing of Mickey and I? He's like, yeah, mate, no worries. What would you like? And we said, oh, you know what, maybe just us sitting down in like full suits, like cart suits or whatever, holding a helmet.
Yep.
And he came up with this fucking masterpiece.
Because we had a really, that's like, you messaged me and said, any ideas? And I just said, how about us in like go-karts in front of us in race suits? And he's pulled through, mate. He's
done
killed
a
it.
phenomenal job. So
It
yeah,
is- it
shout
is
out to Eli.
really
That's-
good.
That was awesome.
I mean, little details like you're
Yeah,
signing on
even
the
my
helmet.
friggin' signatures on the helmet.
got JM on the
your
other helmet.
initials. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad, mate. We've
He's done his little
he's-
signature underneath the
Oh,
tyre.
he has too? I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. But yeah, shout out to you, Eli, mate.
Shout
You-
out Eli. That was
you killed it,
yeah,
mate.
awesome.
We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it a lot. So that's going to be our little bit of cover art from now on.
Yeah.
Loving it. So yeah, thanks for that.
But we did restart recording this episode before, and
we got about 10 minutes in before Hurricane Katrina came
Yep.
friggin' flying through the patio.
bit of a touchy subject given the floods that are happening in Brisbane at the moment.
Yeah,
Have you seen
so,
the pictures?
Yeah, it's been brutal.
Whole houses underwater.
It sounds so dumb, but to me, I can't fathom like that much flooding that quickly.
Because I can't fathom it, like my street.
Yeah.
I can't fathom the water being that
Just
high in
from
the
rain.
whole of Canning Vale.
From rain.
Yeah,
Like-
like rivers have burst and all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, but so then I had this argument with some people. It wasn't an argument, but I was like, surely by now, considering Brisbane's pretty prone to that sort of stuff, there would have been some sort of infrastructural upgrades.
Yep.
To cater for this.
You think they would account when building houses? Maybe we should lift them up a bit.
Yeah, or the dams and rivers around them, like having multiple like what's the one I'm looking for? Stages of support to the rivers and I don't know. Maybe obviously they would have thought about this and tried it, and it's obviously not worked. So, hopefully everyone in Brisbane's all right with the flooding.
Yeah,
It's
like
pretty
look
brutal.
after yourselves because it looks really fucking bad. I seen a TikTok of a guy kayaking into a gym,
Doing some bloody
doing the cable flies, and all you see is the top of the cables.
That man is prepared. He's still on the hunt for the clip to this day, he says. Another guy was it's good to see that they're finding humour in it. One guy was sitting at his desk
If you don't laugh, you'll cry, mate.
in absolute floods, and he was like, "Oh shit, I left the sink on." And then so
Bit of a classic.
it
But
is.
just to touch on that, we started filming, got hit with a bit of a storm. So we had previously cracked the beers, mate, but we're going to try and
we're going to give him a second chance.
because we're
That's
not
it.
going to
Just cheers to
demonstrate.
episode
Cheers to
6.
episode 6 and the new setting, new artwork,
Yeah, new beginnings.
new beginnings.
Yeah. It just tastes like Vegemite, man.
It's so bad.
I still prefer it over the ginger beer and the White Rabbit.
But it tastes like Marmite. So
and
this is
especially because this is fucking.
it's called Old Fart, and it's beer brewed in the United Kingdom, and the little spiel on the back. Made only from the finest malt and hops, Old Fart was conceived in celebration of all the
cantankerous.
cantankerous old boozers who make life a misery. Old Fart. We all know one, so let's drink to them.
This ale is bronze in colour, well balanced, fruity hoppiness. Can't taste the fruit. I'll be honest with you.
This ale belongs. It says it there. This ale belongs down the sink.
Where?
Yeah, can you read that, mate? Yeah, right there.
Where?
Yeah, I can read it right there, mate.
I think I can actually read it too. It says, "Get a refund if you purchase this."
It does 10 cent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it belongs in the bin. And
Yeah.
this was $10.50. I'm pretty sure a stubby.
Oh Jesus.
5%, 2 standard drinks in it though.
I mean, look.
It's half a litre.
It.
But I'd rather drink my own piss.
Yeah. I mean, look. As I said, it still pips the other two. In order of best so far, it's been going the better
was it?
beer, as number 1.
Yep. And there was that one we had last.
I can't remember what it was called. It tastes like Heineken.
Yeah, but it was a decent beer.
Oh, Wakachungi.
That's it. The
There we
Wakachungi
go.
Lager.
So that's 2.
That was good.
This is 3. 4's probably got to go to the ginger beer, whatever it was, the dark.
Yeah. And then 5th would be
And then
the
5th has got to be
the White Rabbit dark ale.
ale.
That was fun.
So far, we've really not been lucky with our
It's because like when I go to the bottle shop, man, I'm looking for the most exotic beer that no one's ever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a Corona, or for example,
Or a
we've actually
single
got a
fin
beer to
that
enjoy
we're-
after
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
'Cause
get
we're
one of them
new.
to try because everyone's had a Corona or a
Exactly.
single fin.
Exactly. So,
But yeah, I'm gonna quickly devour this, mate.
yeah, same. Oh man, why do I keep doing this to
That was
myself?
fucking disgusting. Ugh.
That's not good. It is not good.
Whoa.
But anyway, man, another thing I think we should address real quickly, once again, if we're talking about while you're struggling to gain consciousness,
I'm just gonna
is obviously, the whole Russia-Ukraine situation as well. So,
bloody daddy.
do feel...
Not to put humour on a pretty fucked up situation, but if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Yeah, it's pretty hard when you're helpless. Like, I understand that, people can now really put their hands up and actually go to Ukraine to help defend.
You want me to crack your beer, mate?
Yeah, if you can, man. But it's a pretty hectic situation at the moment, and it just comes from a very uncompromising leader. But you also don't know what to believe in, given...
There's two sides, mate. I was speaking to Hamish about this today, and Hamish apparently has actually read up on it a fair bit.
So was my brother, actually.
Yeah. So, Brad or...
Yeah, Brad.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way that it's going about it is definitely wrong, mate. But there's a bit of like stuff that Ukraine has been doing that kind of provoked it. Putin's definitely not responded the way that he should respond as a modern 21st century leader. He's responding like a dictator.
Essentially, the general consensus is like there's 2 reasons why Putin wanted to, come into Ukraine, and one of the reasons he said he just wants to reinstate essentially the old Soviet Union and because Ukraine is a much better location for the ports for trading, everything else like that, because they only have essentially one port because one of them freezes over for like 6 months out of the year. So they've only really got one, whereas Ukraine has access to a lot more. So they, having that as a whole Soviet Union and Ukraine as Russia makes life a lot easier.
Geography lessons with Melling.
Yeah. And then
we both did geography in high school.
And the other thing is, naturally, I think it's just partially that, and also, he doesn't want Ukraine to be part of NATO.
Yeah.
That's because every single time NATO's had that land near Russia, they've always invaded. So he says he's also scared of that. But that could easily be, his bluff could easily be called if they're just like, you know what, Ukraine is no longer part of NATO. We're never going to have them as NATO.
You really know a lot about the situation.
Yeah,
I'm just here watching fucking TikToks of the war, mate.
So they could
we're getting a full-blown fucking breakdown from you, mate.
I'm sorry, but they could essentially be like, look, we're not going to have Ukraine as NATO anymore, like ever. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
and then if he doesn't withdraw his troops, then he's obviously had his bluff called, and he's more worried about the monopoly of land than anything else.
Heard it here first, folks.
It's a fucking
the entire breakdown of the situation from
it's really
none other than Melling.
Yeah, look,
someone you should definitely trust.
Yeah, definitely
for
rely
this situation.
on me as a trusted source of information.
But how fucked up is it that we're watching the war on TikTok?
Yeah, it's the first time there's been a huge war that's
and we are watching it on
readily
TikTok.
Available.
I'm watching the Ghost of Kiev.
Who's fucking killing?
Absolute G.
There's rumours he's dead. Some say he's
Nah,
alive.
he got shot down and then he ejected his chute and apparently he's in another plane. Apparently he's still going. He's up to 9.
Oh, that tastes so much better.
How good is it, bro? Yeah, apparently he's still going, mate. So let's go.
Yeah,
Ghost
big
of Kiev.
ups. It's and the president is a fucking king or prime minister of
fighting on the
Ukraine.
front line.
Yeah, he got offered to get evacuated and he decided to fight instead.
Yep.
Which is like, if there's ever a time where you're drafted, which is never really a good time, but if you're ever in a time where you have to fight and you're drafted and your president is fucking fighting with you and not like running off, then like that is the most ideal of the worst situation you can have in that situation.
I wouldn't say it like that, mate.
Yeah,
it's not ideal. I think it's a morale booster, mate.
Yeah, well, exactly. But like, you feel, if he was to go and draft you and then he fucked off, you'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Whereas he's staying with you, so it's like, it still sucks because you're probably going to be in a bad situation. But anyway, other than that.
Yeah, just a quick touch on it.
Yeah, it's just so relevant right now, and that's all we're seeing.
Yeah,
so.
it is everywhere. And, prayers go out to the Ukrainians. And I think both sides, I've seen a lot of Russian troops that actually don't know they're going to fight. And they're actually surrendering.
Russian troops got told they would go in there and there would be no like actual hostility.
Resistance.
Yeah, resistance.
Yeah.
And people in Russia are protesting it as well. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's such a shit situation, but I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
progress. And
Yeah.
we've got to worry about China and Taiwan. You know what? Don't worry about
we're
it.
not going to talk about it, mate. 'Cause
Anyway.
we've been gone for 10 minutes and all we talked about is Ukraine.
It is rough. So anyway, man, how was your last 2 weeks? You've been obviously off working.
Yeah,
haven't really talked to you much.
Been up north on a gas plant, mate. 44-degree heat.
a shutdown?
Sweating my box off. Yeah, so good to be back, mate. Fly out tomorrow though, again.
Yep.
Just for a couple of days. But no, it's been good, mate. Pretty standard, working 13-hour days.
Yeah.
Haven't really had much time to myself.
Yeah.
Hence why that podcast was a bit late last week because I was on site trying to get that edited and uploaded on site Wi-Fi.
And then we were talking to each other as he was going through the editing process, and
Used the wrong audio.
somehow, I don't know how, but yeah,
Because in Adobe it sounded good, mate, and I uploaded it to YouTube and it was the wrong audio.
It's just using the camera's audio,
Yeah,
and it was just terrible.
Weird. The way, I'm not going to discuss how we edit, but it shouldn't have been there.
It shouldn't have happened, but it is what it is.
But yeah, it's been pretty standard, mate. Came back last night, got picked up from the airport. Just quickly, mate, it was the first time in my life, I believe, that I've ever received flowers.
Wow.
Received some flowers last night when I got to the airport, mate.
Can't
Quite
say
a surprise.
Yeah, that was a very generous.
It was bloody. Honestly, I didn't see it. I didn't know that it was a bit of a running joke. I said something I think the week before or something like that. It was a bit of a piss day, but yeah, got picked up with some flowers, mate. It was
sweet.
quite nice. Sunflowers,
there
happy
you go.
flowers, as
Yeah.
one would say.
That's
To
nice.
which I then went back to the house, had a shower, and
Passed out.
absolutely conked out, mate.
Yeah.
Because I think I'd slept about 3.5 hours a night. The beds were that uncomfortable that I had a shower, jumped into the bed, and the most comfortable
You
bed
just
I've...
clocked out.
Dude, as soon as my head hit the pillow, I was just like... You know when you get that tired that, like, your eyes start seeing things double? 'Cause
Yeah.
you can't focus? I was laying there and I was like, yo, I can't see things straight. Just conked out.
That's the best sleep ever.
It was a
though.
good sleep,
You
man.
just like most of the time those sleeps happen when it's like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
On like, for example, like Christmas Day, where when you've like smashed yourself with food for people coming
Yeah.
around for lunch or whatever, everyone's fucked off and you're
Yeah.
just chilling, in purgatory between lunch and dinner, and you just pass out on the couch for like 4 hours. It's like that sort of amazing sleep that you get. And it's the same sort of thing. But fuck yeah, man. It's nice to see that. It's reciprocated, and you're getting
that's
flowers.
what I'm trying to say, mate. I've always bought flowers for girls, and I've always bought them nice. It's just bloody brilliant to see equal rights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come to the males getting the gift.
Yeah.
Nice little bunch of flowers.
It
I
is
just wanted to
nice.
highlight that,
Yeah. 100%.
And I've just also realised there's some actual good things on my phone that I want for this podcast that it's being used to record.
Oh, wow.
Like-
That's unfortunate.
Like actual things that we could really use.
Like topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screenshots,
yeah.
images that we
Okay.
could talk of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Look, if you'd like to go on, we can cut it. We're pretty good at that now. So.
we could cut it.
Yeah.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I reckon we just re-record. I reckon we just re-record. There's too many cuts, cunt. There is too many cuts.
Filter NA.
We interrupt this podcast to bring you an advertisement from one of our sponsors. Australian Natural Spring Water. Are you guys struggling with being thirsty all the time? And is good old-fashioned water from the tap just not cutting it?
Completely forgot there was a mic in front of me. And
Literally can't.
I don't know if we want to do some more claps, mate.
Look, we'll just do...
Because we're back.
Yeah, we are
From
back.
the cut that we talked about, there was just some stuff. We used my phone for recording, but while we're still trying to sort out this camera. So I had to get some things off my phone, which was sent in by a
couple of people.
Honestly, pretty much part of the podcast at this stage. A lot of the ideas that we don't go off, but opinions we go through are based off
A few people.
and this is one of them. Majority of them. Or for myself anyway, when I want a second opinion.
Yeah.
So
But
wrote it down.
yeah, I'm glad we now have that covered.
Because there is something you want to talk about, mate.
Yeah, and it's been a bit of feedback from a few people now, and quite frankly, go fuck yourselves.
I don't
because
give a fuck.
I don't
Get
think,
the fuck you.
I don't think you understand what podcasts are or how long they are, but the feedback's been that we've been going a bit long, and they're saying that 30 minutes, 40 minutes max is ideal, and I'm thinking every podcast that I listen to or watch
Goes
is
for an hour, mate.
like an hour.
I see both sides of things, though.
I do.
I think you are the same. We have short attention spans.
Yeah.
So I can see the effectiveness and like almost the need for like a third. Like we obviously one of the options we put on a poll is 2 30-minute podcasts a week.
Yeah.
Airing on a Monday and a Thursday. We're thinking.
Yeah, probably like a Monday or a Thursday, or
Friday,
if we want to keep the hump day, maybe like a Monday and a Wednesday.
Yeah, or a Wednesday and a Sunday maybe. We're still tossing up the days, but we're thinking about doing 2 30-minute podcasts a week. So that way, you know, you can just flick it on for 30 minutes on your lunch break, or if you're driving into work, or you just want to listen to a quick podcast. But then the other half of us is like, fuck it, this is a podcast. They're going to go for 45
sometimes
minutes.
Sometimes we go for 45 minutes. Sometimes we go for an hour. Sometimes we go for 40.
Like, we don't have a time limit.
Yeah.
So fuck it. We're going to make this. We're going to do 2 1-hour podcasts this week.
Why not? You know what?
And if you don't watch both of them, fake fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fake fan. We don't have time for your fake fan.
But yeah, so let us know what you think. But I think that was a lot of feedback that we've gotten recently. And
well, we have. And it's constructive criticism, mate. I welcome it.
I appreciate it.
It's like, you know, a couple of episodes ago, someone told us we were just talking and we weren't discussing topics. And then someone told me that they would prefer to hear us talk. Because we talk, we're good. We talk shit,
Yeah,
mate.
it's more genuine when you've got, like, when you're literally just catching up or you're just talking.
Yeah.
That's more genuine than physically bringing up a topic that you're only trying to search to find topics, to find content.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. But
That was a weird way to say content. Content.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. So we're working on it.
Peter.
We're working on it, and you can't please everyone.
Hey.
But I think we've touched on your week, man.
We have. What about your week, buddy? Let's have a touch on your week.
My week or
Nothing
past 2 weeks.
out of the ordinary?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Big changes coming, I suppose. Yeah, it was pretty hectic. Definitely.
Did it go the way you expected?
No, I definitely started the week differently to how I ended the week.
Yep.
And that's all I'll say. But it's been pretty wild. Other than that, we went to Bunbury, drove 2 hours each way to do some testing and see if we're on the pace for the Gold Star weekend. So
Which is, we're talking about karting here, by the way,
kart
for those
racing,
that don't.
yeah. So
Copy.
General consensus is we think we're on the pace.
Yep.
It's pretty hard because no one else was in our category, but
Oh, it was just you and Brad.
yeah. So everyone else was unrestricted, so they had like another fucking 5-10 horsepower on the straights. So they were all getting like low 31s, high 30s, somewhere in the 29s, but they were like the light unrestricteds, and Brad and I were low 32s. So we think we might be on the pace.
Bit pissed I couldn't come out to that, mate.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's in 2 weeks' time if you want to come race.
Yeah, look,
So.
I have never raced there before, but sure. It'd be
Yeah,
my
why
first
not?
ever.
No other time other than States. It'd be a great idea to jump straight into it.
Exactly
So,
right, mate. Exactly
yeah.
right.
And then, look, other than that, just been watching F1 livery reveals and keeping up to
Mate.
date with the testing.
Testing at
Barcelona.
Barcelona, that's right.
Mate, I have no idea who's going to be the best team.
Well, like, so you look at it, Mercedes sandbagging the first couple of days, but they only got the quickest time on the C5 tyre, which is the softest compound
2
tyre.
compounds softer than what
Lando,
Norris and Ricciardo got.
Norris was P6, was he, or P5 on a C3?
I think it was, yeah.
Leclerc was
the
above
thing
him.
is if we're going,
Perez.
and you don't want to read too much into testing times, but if we're going off of testing and compounds in
Ferrari and
consideration,
McLaren.
it's McLaren and Ferrari up front.
Yeah,
And then like Red Bull and Mercedes are about half a second slower.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
keen for
hanging
Bahrain,
mate.
and I'm keen for the race in Bahrain.
Yeah, because obviously testing 2 weeks break or whatever it is, they're going to make some upgrades. Like the
And take the sandbags
porpoising
off.
on the straights, McLaren porpoising.
Yeah.
McLaren was about the only team that didn't really have it.
Mercedes didn't either
And
much.
apparently they reckon that, I was reading an article, I think Jensen Button wrote it, and said that teams already know the fix based on the McLaren. So, yeah.
Changed the suspension completely. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm so keen, man.
I'm
And
so keen.
All the liveries, I'd say the best looking has to go to.
Can't wait to teach people about F1.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when throughout this season, you're gonna, and this is the other reason why we actually don't. We're not entirely opposed to having 2 podcasts, because one of them we might heavily base around, the F1 after the weekend, and then the second one.
F1, karting,
Yeah, and then the
sports
second
in
one
general.
be more like just general shit.
pressing issues of the 21st century
Yeah,
millennials.
the struggles of being a millennial. Yeah. But anyway, so the best livery I'd say has to go to probably my top 3, Ferrari, Mercedes, and Alfa Romeo's looks pretty nice.
Alpha didn't debut it on the test though.
Yeah, but then they just released as recently.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Aston
I
Martin's
reckon.
pretty nice.
Yeah, see,
Alpines is trash.
I don't like Alpines. I think I'm going Mercedes. I love the McLaren, but There's better liveries.
The Ferrari, I think the Ferrari looks that good because of its side pods.
Yep, true. I think I'm going Mercedes, Alfa, and probably the Ferrari, I reckon. That's my 3 favourite liveries on there. But the Alfa Romeo is beautiful. I actually even like the Haas without the Ukraine.
Yeah, speaking of, we don't want to touch much more on that Ukraine-Russia thing, but Mazepin might not even have a seat this year because of his dad's association with Putin being the main sponsor as well of Haas. So and Mazepin's Russian, and there's a push to abolish any visas for any Russian athletes or people.
Yeah.
So, which means you can't fucking...
Which is a bit unfair on Mazepin. He hasn't put a foot wrong.
I think there's only 3...
he has put a foot wrong. He's not a great driver. Well, we haven't really seen him in a competitive car, so who knows?
It's hard to tell.
He definitely got better towards the end of last season.
I think there's only 3 countries that don't need a visa for him to drive, and that's just obviously not logistical.
Yeah.
So, it's wild times, but I'm excited.
It is, mate. I'm dead ass keen for this
it's gonna
first season. First race.
I'm excited.
Bahrain.
I'm excited.
Yeah. But do you want to perhaps... Obviously, last week we read out a particular story.
We did. And I've got another one sent in. But just quickly, TikTok keeps taking our shit down. So
dude.
Every time we try to post anything like this... And
it was doing well, that video, by the way.
It was really good feedback on that video. TikTok just takes it down. So we might actually post
banned us from posting.
Yeah, they did ban us
from posting.
And then
I'm not sure... We're probably ghost banned again.
Yeah, so I think we should start posting. We'll trial it and maybe post a bit more PG stuff on TikTok in terms of just like the dumber stuff that's not sexual. But it was interesting. So anyway, we had another story sent in because the first feedback
good story.
It was,
and this was, we're not going to disclose. We're going to keep it anonymous, but this is in fact the same person.
The same person. So this guy is a menace. He
is a serial offender.
There you go. So it reads like this. All right, so a few years ago, I went to Albany with my mates. We stayed in this well-average holiday park house with 2 single beds in one room and 1 single bed in another. Me and my mate stayed in the same room. So Friday night comes and we get on a bit of white snow and some beverages. Standard night out for me and my mates. And we managed to pull this girl. Absolutely horrific looking. Took her back to our house and we had a steamy 3-way, which we aren't proud of. Absolutely disgusted in ourselves, and the next day and Saturday rolls around. Same thing as Friday. Bit of white snow and a few too many beers. Went out and I had absolutely no luck at the clubs, but good old horrific looking was there. Shamelessly took her home again and we fucked with the lights off, brackets, for good reason. But a little bit of moonlight was glaring into the room, so we get on and she is wet as a motherfucker. Being drunk, I didn't even think of it, so I just kept going. There was a McDonald's Coke on the bed that I'd gotten on the way home, and as I went to grab it, I see my hand covered in blood. Looked like a scene out of a horror movie where someone puts their bloody hand on a wall and slides it down. I was like, what the actual fuck? And turned the lights on, and my bed had almost half a body size of blood stains on it. I started freaking out, and she started freaking out, and she grabbed her clothes and bolted out the door naked. And as I was standing there looking at my cock, body, and bed covered in absolute blood stains everywhere, I was flabbergasted. Never heard from her again. Brackets. I also hit it raw. I'm genuinely concerned at what you get up to if you have multiple stories like this, in which you just have multiple stories like this. Great storyteller though. He does word things well.
He is incredibly descriptive.
Yeah.
But I'm lost for words, mate.
Why? And he messaged me afterwards. He's like, looking back at it, I think I'm a bit ashamed of myself to have all these stories coming up, but
see,
appreciate it regardless.
Like, sex is great, mate. Obviously, we all love sex. Fantastic. One of my favorite things to do.
It is in my top 10.
Yeah, 100%. But to what level are you stooping that low just to get laid? Like, you really need
you got to balance up.
She's so don't want to be a dick, but she's horrific looking to his standards.
To your
Everyone's
standards.
beautiful,
Yeah.
Body positivity. But to his standards or his opinion, she was not good looking.
Yeah.
He bagged her the night before on a threesome with his mate. How badly do you need it the second day that you have to go back to that same
At what
girl?
stage do you go hand?
Yeah.
Horrific to my standards.
This is going to lead into another topic that I didn't actually plan on talking about.
Yeah, neither did I, but I'm going to say my piece afterwards because I just thought of something too.
Yeah?
You go first.
No, it's just like this. I don't know if we talked about this before, mate, but like I've read some books and I've watched a few things on the psychology behind casual hookups and one night stands and continuous desires for that sexual, I don't know, satisfaction, intimacy. Me personally, like this, I think I'm probably part of a minute crowd in our age group and in this time where I don't see the value in it. I am not interested in going out and trying to bag not thousands, but bag every woman and try and get root every opportunity I can get. I could not give a fuck. I would rather put that energy into myself, bettering myself in the gym, my work, education, I would rather better myself and make myself a better, more wholesome person than spend my weekends in a club trying to pick up chicks or DMing everything with 2 arms and a legs.
Yeah.
2 arms, 2 legs, and a heartbeat on Insta. Like, it just does not. Honestly, I don't know if it's just me being here. I don't know if you're on the same page, mate. But I just can't. Obviously, you're in a relationship now, but as far as your opinion goes, But I don't see the value in it, and I don't think. It's all good, well and good, but I personally don't see the value in it.
I think if you're actively pursuing it, that's when I see it as a waste of time.
It's when it's like when your
sole focus is based on pulling and getting a root and whatever, and that's like all you think about, all you talk about. Like, grow up.
I would much rather build a connection with someone, actually like them as a person. Sex is great. Not my number one thing in a relationship or anything. In a relationship, a partner, like anything, mate. Like, I'd rather you as a person and really get along with you. And then, but that's just me. Maybe I'm different. Casual sex is still fine. Like, nothing wrong with it.
But it's just when you base your whole life on it.
I think
for me, sex isn't number one, but it's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
So
I agree,
it's like,
mate.
it holds enough weight to the point where good sex doesn't make me want a relationship, but like bad / no sex, and there's no like want to improve or change or like communication barriers or whatever, which we've touched on before, then that's a deal breaker. So
I 100% wholeheartedly agree, mate.
Yeah. So it's like,
imagine like marrying someone or dating someone for years and it's just shit sex for 20 years.
Yeah, no, you can't. Like, you can't. That's,
If you're not trying to make it, this is like, I think we touched on this, and everyone's I think other people have touched on it. I know Evan Dill feel the same. If you're having bad sex, mate, tell someone. Like, tell your partner, like, hey, doesn't work for me.
Hey, man, the way
I'm actually really glad you put it the way you just did about it not being a reason to make a relationship, but it is a reason to.
Yeah.
That is
like if I'm talking,
brilliant way to say it, mate.
If you're talking to a girl and she's
Jordan Peterson, everybody.
Yeah, you're welcome. Subscribe to my TED Talk. Wow, it was a good throw. But so there's just an interesting sort of like culture we have these days, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Want to have a squish, mate?
I'll have a squish. Thanks, mate. Oh, it's so good.
It's bloody
fucking love it.
Therapeutic as all fuck.
It is.
Because I cop shit for playing on my shoes 24/7, so now I play with a squishy tress ball.
It's just like just perfect.
It's weighty.
Yeah.
It's like
it's enough.
I just get distracted really easy.
It is what it is.
But you put that really well, mate. I agree with that. It's if you're basing everything you do and going out or your day-to-day activities on Instagram, for example, DM people solely on trying to hook up with them. I mean, you do you, but like, I just don't see the point in it. And psychologically speaking, evidence-based research shows that it is degradational. Don't know if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now. Clip that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know how we got from the bad sex story to that.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much all we have to say on that. I don't want to add anything.
Oh, so you didn't have another point? Was that your point?
Well, no. So it wasn't. But then we went completely polar opposite direction to what I was going to say. So
really?
I definitely am not going to continue with that.
Okay.
Because it was we finished off on hand versus lowering your standards. And I was just going to say who does it better. That was
as in
just like
the girls lower their
round
standards
two.
more than guys do.
No. I think I'll bring this up another time.
Okay.
But anyway, completely random because it just came to mind while we were going on a serious note for some reason. But we had a few like people that did enjoy our How Many Seagulls talk and a couple of other ones. And I was driving home the other day past a farm.
Yep.
And it got me thinking. And, before I didn't really agree with this. And one of our mate, wholeheartedly, he believes he could kill a cow with his bare hands.
Passionately.
He passionately believes it. And
he's a unit.
he is a unit.
Do you reckon he'd take a cow?
Well, this is the thing, right? I was driving past and I was stuck in traffic and I had enough time to have a look at one of these fucking 6-uttered fucks.
Yep.
One of those bloody black and white ones.
God would like to pull another.
Don't even get me started. And I actually I reckon I could take one.
You know what, mate? No, hang on. A bull or a cow, though? I reckon I'm taking a cow. I don't know about a bull. Bull's a little more feisty.
I think you take a bull the same way you take a cow, though, but the bull's just stronger. And I think here's my game plan. And this is kind of emulent of what Adam reckons, mate.
All right.
You got to get it when it's fucking, it's tired or it's least expecting it. So you got to sneak up on it.
You're sneaking up on it?
You're fucking sneaking up on it.
Really? So I was going to say maybe run it around a bit, get it tight. Because I'm faster than a cow. Those fat fucks can't move.
Yeah, but
I'm outrunning a cow.
I have a pretty good triangle hold, I reckon, as far as someone who's never administered a triangle hold before.
Yeah, okay.
And so you creep up behind it.
Yep. You taking his back, are you?
You're taking his back.
You're taking his
So
back.
you're taking his back. Fucking forearm, elbow.
Yep.
You've got it in a fucking hold. You're holding yourself around it. And it's going to fucking start bucking. Yeah?
It is going to start bucking.
It's going to start bucking.
But,
so, yeah?
know from experience here, mate.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I can ride one of those bucking bulls, mate.
Yeah. You can.
Absolutely ride a bucking
I'm a
bull.
king of that shit.
Yeah, exactly what I'm trying to say,
Good
mate.
solid 30
Must be a
seconds.
Josh thing.
It must be. So you hold on for dear life, and it might buck you off. And if it does, that motherfucker's got 4 stomachs. So if you punch hard enough anywhere on that body, there's a good chance you're hitting the stomach
Bit of
and
body shot.
you're winding it.
How many kidneys do you reckon they have?
At least one.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Bet
you
on
punch
that
it in
one.
the stomach, it's winded.
Yep.
So it kind of covers up in the fetal position as a cow
Okay.
would. You go straight back for its neck again. Maybe jab it in the eye, but you've got its neck. And at that stage, it either taps or it takes the knockout and you've won. Exactly. So I think I could take a cow.
Everyone probably thinks I've got special needs.
You do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I've got it in the
Yeah,
bag.
okay.
And the bull would be
You know
the
what,
same.
mate? I didn't think I could take a cow, but after that explanation, I think we can all take
The bull
cows.
would be the same. You just rip its horn off and stab it. When you're
But
from
nah,
around.
you could. So if you're about to get bucked off the bull, you grab its horns, mate.
Yeah.
You've got more. You're more
And
purchase.
then like you're going over its front and you're
you can
pulling
even
it.
sit on it, mate.
You're
what
like
about a
throwing
leg
over your
choke,
shoulder.
Because you can hold its horn, sit on its neck, and get its
true.
choke with your legs, mate. Fuck yeah!
I think I've got it.
I'm fucking taking a cow down easy.
Dude, who
take a
needs a
buffalo down,
Yeah.
bull, cow.
Yeah, I think I've got it in the bag.
Yeah.
It's just something that came to my mind as I was driving. I think I could take him.
Yeah, I really upgraded from that because I think we've had this conversation.
I genuinely wholeheartedly believed there was no chance I could take a cow on.
Yeah.
But
I always
on
sort of-
second glance, fucking piece of piss, mate.
Yeah, I think you've got it, mate.
Yeah.
I think we've got it.
I think it's easy.
Yeah, Adam, good shout, mate.
Adam,
we got
yeah,
that.
good call.
But yeah, I originally thought I could only take like a Chihuahua, a little small dog, you know. Even Rottweilers and shit. I'm getting scared if it's coming at me, bro.
See, those things, I'm like,
They're fast.
it's scary as fuck.
They're fast,
right?
though. But I could not take a roundhouse kick to the face.
I just think that with like those dogs, like there's got to be a point where you can just get it. Like you have to take the bite on the chin though. That's the thing. You gotta like be
Lockjaw,
bitten.
though? No, I'm not letting it get close to me. That dog's coming at me with aggression. I am roundhouse kicking the fuck out of that dog.
What if it gets your ankles?
Brother, he's not going to get my ankles. That foot is moving at a rate of knots.
You gotta do a push kick, I reckon.
Like-
But if it gets you, it might have lockjaw, right? You just fucking slam it against the wall.
That's
until
true.
it's-
Pick it up and just...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, true.
So like if you get it, if it's locked on your arm, then
All
you
the-
have your other arm to fucking like.
Just like to clarify, we are against
Okay, yeah,
animal
I am
cruelty.
against animal abuse.
We would never abuse an animal. But if it came to
If it came to it,
this is how we would go about
and
it.
I was put in the Coliseum, and it was me and a fucking bitch ass cow on the other side of the Coliseum. I'm
Cow's
taking
getting
it on.
fucked.
It's fucked.
Or a dog. Yeah, I always thought about that because, like,
Take your
this
shih
brings me
tzu
to
and
this.
fuck off.
Well, this brings me to the next topic that I did want to discuss. But so talking to a young lass.
Yep.
Yep. And she reckons I give dad dog vibes, and I wholeheartedly agree. I love dogs, and I feel like I'm a good dog dad. You know, like play with it, love it. You know, I love dogs. I love animals. I've personally, my family, my mum, I guess say my family's dogs, 2 little small Shih Tzus.
Yeah.
Her dog is a big dog, Australian Shepherd, I believe, or
German?
yes,
Belgian?
no, not German,
Belgian Shepherd?
no,
Okay.
I think it's Australian Shepherd. Anyway, beautiful dog,
Yeah.
beautiful dog. But he's a big dog, and there's a difference. So a bit of a turn on is guys that are good with dogs or animals, dog dads. Well, there is a difference between being a dog dad for a small dog and a dog dad for a big dog.
I think you're a dog dad for a
can sit
small
back
dog.
now and I can look and say, I look like a soft cock.
A fucking pussy.
An absolute pussy
Yeah.
if I'm walking my 2 Shih Tzus. But if I'm walking with old mate, I'm a G.
Yeah.
If I'm down the beach, top off, rig out, in summer, walking the big dog, everyone's like, look at that guy, like fucking... Everyone's coming.
That's a man's man.
They're
right
coming
there.
over, patting him, winning. Not even my dog at this stage, by the way.
Yeah.
But we'll just say everyone's like, damn, good dog dad. If I'm down there walking with my Shih Tzus, everyone's like, who is that absolute pussy? Why is he walking his grandma's dogs? You look like an absolute soft cock. Wholeheartedly. And these are my dogs.
Yeah.
And I refuse to take them for walks now. Not happening.
Your dogs are sitting
Mum's
there getting
like,
fucking...
take the dogs for a walk. I'm like, fuck off, mum.
They've got
Not
a
happening, mate.
BMI of 48 because
tell
you're just
those dogs-
refusing to walk your fucking Shih Tzus.
You tell those dogs to put on some stilts and a fucking costume and I'll take them down the park. But until that happens,
Grow
motherfuckers
some
can walk
fucking
around my
ears
backyard.
and a longer tongue and you might have a fucking
Legit
chance.
just hit puberty, you piece of
Yeah.
shit. No, I love my dogs, but like still, I just don't love them in public.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the same thing with like, just, I'll, you know, I'm going to stop myself there. It's fine.
Yeah,
But yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
But no, I was just thinking, mate, there's a difference there, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. Love my dogs. I look like an absolute soft cock if I'm walking them in public. But if I'm walking big dog, I'm a G. Everyone's like, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting. I think I actually agree.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Wholeheartedly, mate.
Yeah.
If I get down, so like I've got a cruiser obviously, and I love that, and I cannot wait to get. I want a couple Labradors. I want a chocolate lab and maybe a black lab or a golden retriever and a chocolate lab, something like that. Just something I can, that I just love big dogs, mate. I love Labradors too. So that's what I want. I can't wait for it, mate. Can't wait to have them.
I'm keen. I'm going to get Australian Shepherd, I think.
Interesting.
Australian Shepherd or a Kelpie.
Yep.
So they need a lot of exercise, both of those dogs.
Yep.
And so I guess the ultimate goal is to have a big backyard as well then. But Australian Shepherd or a Kelpie, I think is what I want.
Australian Shepherd's what they've got.
Yeah. Labrador Retriever.
He's
and
an
all that sort of
absolute
stuff.
G.
Yeah.
Probably loves me more than he loves her.
Standard.
I'm the G. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good dog.
Labrador
dad,
Retrievers I
honestly.
like as well. I just had one though, so I feel like, subconsciously it feels like you're trying to replace a dog if you get the same breed, So,
true.
I think I wouldn't get a Labrador, at least at the moment. Maybe if I, get older and have kids, then those ones are really safe family dogs that are going to be good.
Yeah.
But I think an Australian Shepherd or a Kelpie for me is what I'm going to get. Real fucking exercise-oriented dogs.
Yes, I agree, mate.
But look, you went through the effort of cutting and writing down some topics,
You
mate,
wanna-
so
All right.
we might as well jump into some.
Bit of would you rather's, mate.
Okay, I've got a good question for this after would you
Do ya?
rather's. Yeah.
All right, mate.
It's not a would you rather, but it's a scenario.
Okay, we'll start easy, mate. Would you rather only be able to whisper for the rest of your life or only be able to shout?
How loudly can you whisper?
Like, hey, mate, how you going?
So you can't aggressively when you tell your
Can't
kids.
be like this.
Yeah, you can't tell your kids
Nah,
off in a
the
shopping centre, but
proper
whispering, you
quiet
can't be like,
whisper.
"Oi, you little cunt!" Nah, stop. You can't do that. Okay, or yell.
No. So it's either you whisper, proper
And
whisper,
yelling is like
or it's a full-blown shout.
yelling is like you're fucking trying to get your mate's attention from across the room.
Exactly
I think
right.
whisper.
Because imagine like me
'Cause-
being to you right now, I'm going to like... I'm not even going to yell,
Don't
mate.
even
It'll probably
yell.
deafen
Don't
the
even
people
bother.
listening to this podcast.
I
eh?
think I just couldn't yell.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be that obnoxious fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I'm a
Yeah,
whisper.
I'm gonna whisper.
And I'm just... Because then like, what I'm trying to say here is if you're whispering, get a megaphone, mate, loud.
Yeah.
You're living. But if you're yelling, you can't put that in a megaphone.
can't get a mini
kill
phone.
You kill everyone in the room.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck that shit. Next.
Would you rather... Okay. Would you rather be a genius or be elite at every sport you ever tried? So, like, I'm talking one of the smartest people in the world or be one of the best at every sport you tried.
But you're an absolute fucking dumbass?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
so you're
not
not just
smart.
like standard.
No, but you are... We'll say top 5 smartest and top 5 at the sport in the world. No matter what sport you choose.
Am I terrible at sports if I'm a genius?
Yes. We'll go polar opposites here.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
if you're good at sport...
You're good at sport,
you're
you're
dumb
an
as
absolute
fuck.
retard. And if you're fucking...
And there's
You-
nothing. Don't come after us for saying retard because that is
When
the
I say
grammatically correct term.
Yes. But for anyone who wants to
Don't
be
say
PC.
sorry, mate.
You know what? I'm not going to apologise.
Because you've done nothing wrong.
Exactly.
But
And
but if you're good at sport, you're an idiot.
and
but
if
you're a
you're
genius,
really smart,
you're really bad at
you're
sport.
unathletic.
Yep.
I find more enjoyment in life doing exercise, so I'm going to go with being athletic.
Good, because you are already stupid.
Yes.
So
there you
nothing's
go.
going to change
I was about
there.
to say, honestly,
Except you just get better at
I was going to
sport.
say, if anything, I'll get a little bit better at sport and a bit smarter.
That's what I'm glad you said it.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Ignorance is bliss, mate. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah. What do you
I
reckon?
think I'm going... Yeah, nah, fuck it. I'm going sport as well, eh?
Bro.
I can handle being a dumbass.
Yeah. Dude,
I don't think it's, as you say, it's not much below what we got
Yeah.
going for us.
that's it. We are the bottom of the barrel.
We are, if you're, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. All right,
Thanks.
we'll go a couple more.
Yeah.
Would you rather date a sex addict or someone with a low sex drive? So someone that has to have sex multiple times every day, or someone that's happy not having sex for, we'll say you have,
Let's
you have
say
sex
it's
with someone that twice a day, every day, or
or
someone that you
once
have
a
sex
fortnight.
once a fortnight, even once a month.
Okay. I think,
I'm going once a month,
yeah.
or once a month, once a fortnight, because you don't. They didn't say how long that sex is going to last for. What if it's like a top tier sex when you have it?
Yeah. What if it's like elite
Yeah,
and then it's just like, because also, even if it was long sex twice a day, that's fucking time consuming.
that's what I'm trying
Or
to
you
say,
can just
mate.
use your hand.
You know, there's other things you can do other than just have sex, mate. You can
That's it.
bond and read a book together.
Or you can cheat. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No sexual
But-
activities at all.
Yeah, no. So as in you can't like
you can't do it
masturbate
to you.
or
Can't.
anything.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
By the way, everyone,
I think like if you want to be logical, like the not like the standard part of me just wants to be like, yeah, the sex addict, but logically speaking, it's really fucking time consuming to have it multiple times a day,
Yes.
every single day.
a bit of an inconvenience, I reckon.
It is.
Just quickly on that, I obviously tried to do no FAP. Failed about, I think, 20-something days in.
Yep.
Gave up. Hurt
Yeah.
when I finally relieved.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, but I'm now doing NNU
No nut.
for Ukraine.
My male energy is going out to you soldiers. No, NNU, no nut for
It's the
Ukraine.
only way I think I can bring
Someone to away.
awareness to the situation
That's
going on.
it.
So, men,
fellas.
that wash the potty.
Fellas,
NNU, mate. No nut for Ukraine.
for the Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Can't speak.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But how did you feel? Do you think it was worth?
No, absolutely fucking not, mate.
So
I think my sex drive decreased.
I think it does too. So
Because you
initially,
think- yeah.
a week in, you'll smash anything with a pulse.
Yep.
Like
2 weeks
2
in?
weeks in, you're like,
Starting to lose it.
yeah. So that's what the saying is, and I think there's proof in it. And funnily enough, when we was talking about that, I had a look into it, and it was like a general consensus was if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Yep.
So you might permanently have like, not permanently, but like long term have, erectile dysfunction, or like you might even lose size in your fucking dick. Like,
Well, I
to
can
that
tell you, mate,
extremity.
by the third week, I
Wasn't
didn't
feeling
want
it.
it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't care if I
Which
had
is-
sex, if I
yeah.
was going to wank, couldn't give a fuck. And that's
was
when
about
I
to
was
say.
like, you know what? Like, this is...
It seems like it would be a good thing, but it's not.
No, I feel like,
Because-
honestly, it was like, fuck. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So then,
Yeah.
went to town.
Fair enough.
Yep, as you do.
As you should.
But now,
Back to a
I'm
normal
going to
rate
put my health to the side.
for Ukraine.
No nut for Ukraine, mate.
Yeah.
Do it for
Do it for
blue and
the
yellow.
comrades.
Do it for the blue and yellow, mate.
Yeah.
Not the Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Any others?
Mate, I've got heaps here, but we're not going to go through all of them.
Yeah.
Would
How are we
you-
doing for time? Because, we did talk about us being long.
Well, we're 30 minutes in, and I think the first recording went for
18,
about 16 to 18 minutes.
yeah, so about 48. We'll go like I've got a scenario for you.
Okay.
How would you, let's say times are tough.
Yep.
You need some money.
Yep.
Shit's rough, and you've got no option here
Yep.
other than to do the unthinkable, and that's to rob a bank. How would you?
That's not even the unthinkable, mate. We'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, look, I
I'm a
wouldn't bat
hard
an
cunt.
eyelid. That's it.
Yeah.
How would you go about robbing a bank?
Are you going in guns blazing, or are you going through sneak?
I mean, you tell me your option first.
I'm going cyber.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack
Cyber.
them cyberly, mate. Disable the security cameras.
Okay.
Unlock the vault.
Okay.
Then go in there, shoot some shit up and get the money.
Interesting.
And then leave. Bit of money heist vibe.
Yeah.
You know? Actually, nah. They didn't. You know, he had that cyber security shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I reckon similar to money heist, mate. That's how I'm doing it.
Okay. Well, here's how I'd go about it, right?
Enlighten me, buddy.
So I go into a bank. You
Yep.
know, times are tough. I'm trying to see if I've got anything left in my bank account
Can I
because
just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Do you reckon the banks in Ukraine still have money in them? Like people are looting them?
I don't know. I don't think they would have
I
much.
thought that about Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So I go in the bank. Times are tough.
Yep.
And I go to check if there's anything left in my account.
Okay.
And there's a lovely looking lady. She looks
Yeah.
innocent. She's at a counter called Janice.
Yeah.
So I get to know Janice. And I'm like, you know what, like, you know,
Janice.
telling her about my life story, asking her about herself, you know, getting to know her. And to the point where I actually get to the point of asking her out on a date. So we start dating.
Oh, okay. Dating
And,
Janice.
you know, we're really growing an affection towards each other.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you know, we move on 3 months down the track. We're actually getting serious, you know, and we're a really strong relationship. 9 months more, so about a year, I actually propose. And we move really quickly. So I propose, we get married. We actually have a kid.
Have you read this somewhere? Or are you coming up with
No,
this?
this
This
I was
is
thinking about
fucking
this. So we have a kid.
Okay.
All right.
Shit.
She's still working at a bank. She just got promoted. So she's actually like the overseer of the bank in terms, like a bank manager. And I'm still, you know, in between jobs, just trying to go live paycheck to paycheck. And we have a kid. His name's Sam, right? And Sam's got special needs.
How long did you have to come up with this?
Sam's got special needs, and unfortunately, you know, he's a little bit autistic. But he love of our lives. We care for this kid. But it takes a lot of stress on the relationship. And by the time he's in year 2, he's 6, 7 years old. We fucking can't deal with this anymore. We actually hate each other. So, you know, we get into a massive argument, and I actually fucking take Sam with me. And I go up, you know, and she doesn't hear from me for like a week or 2 weeks. And I finally come into this bank. And I slip her a note under the desk. She's crying. She's distraught, but I don't say anything. I'll go in there, I slip a note under the desk, and I fucking leave. And it reads, if you want to see our kid again, you better fucking give me X amount of money, or else he's gone. Sam's gone. And she slips me the money, and I fucking leave. And this whole time, Sam's been fine at his grandparents' house. He's been chilling. Like, I just told him he was just there for a sleepover. I was going away for a work trip, and yeah, I get the money and I fucking leave that relationship, never to be seen again. With all that money I've just stolen, I just changed my name. And yeah, I think that's how I do it. I'm more of a long game player.
You know what,
I wait
mate?
like 6 to 7 years, you know.
That is a long game plan, but honestly, well thought out. Quite an in-depth plan.
Yeah, so I'm already 6 months into that relationship.
Yeah, okay, beautiful. So
yeah.
you've only got a few more years to go.
That's it.
Yeah, when's Sam coming along, mate?
Don't know yet. Fucking
Congratulations, Melling.
hell. Yeah. Kids on the way in a couple of years' time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic,
But
man.
anyway, that's how I'd rob a bank.
That's honestly quite a descriptive story.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed.
Thank you.
Very impressed.
I think about it on the
Yeah.
daily.
I'm lost for words at the moment. I can't believe you just came up with that. I honestly can't
I was
believe
thinking about it on the way here, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a bit of a question. We don't have a lot of time because we do want to. We're going into. I think we're 50 something minutes.
This could be the first hour-long podcast.
Yeah, we're going.
So it's a complete fuck you to everyone who actually was
No, we
expecting
said we're doing
something
2
shorter.
1-hour podcasts.
That's true.
Yeah,
so
fuck
it is
it.
a big fuck you
Yeah,
to you
fuck
guys.
it. You know,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, don't watch
If
it.
you don't like it, fuck off, go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. You do fucking nothing. Anyway, I was obviously on site, and I was the youngest in the crew by a good 15 to 20 years, mate. Like, I'm 23. The rest of them were, 40s, 50s, 60s. Old people, old males, and you can picture the typical guy that works FIFO, a bit of a bogan. So, like, typically...
Yeah, we're good. I just figured,
Yeah. Yeah, okay, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I charged it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typically speaking, the guys that work... So, I worked at gas plant this swing.
You'll get there eventually.
Call me Sam. Anyway, the guys that work this swing are a bit of bogans, mate. You can picture a bogan,
Like
I
toothless?
was heavily
Bullied.
scrutinized, bullied, borderline sexually assaulted, because apparently I'm a homosexual.
When
Because,
did you
and
come
I'll
to
tell you
that
what started, mate.
realisation? Okay.
I walked in. Obviously, we go to the gym. I shave my arms and my legs because I like to look. I look vascular. It looks more aesthetic, mate. I shave my chest as well.
Makes you feel a bit better about yourself.
Yeah. So the first thing that happened, right? I'm sitting in the crib up. Guy comes up, starts stroking my hair. Old guy, starts running his hands through my hair.
Okay.
I just stand up and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, fucking kills me, whatever he calls me. And everyone's laughing like, oh, Sancho, you love it, mate. I'm like, how you calling me gay when old mate's sitting next to me rubbing my hands? Like, nothing wrong with, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying it like they're that homosexual, like homophobic.
Yeah.
They start calling like me gay and they're doing that tendency.
Yeah.
The next one, I'm laying on a chair doing work. Actually, I was doing fuck all. Guy comes down and starts rubbing my chest saying, oh, you shave your chest, do you, mate?
Oh, my God.
That's a bit. And I'm like, you're the one rubbing my chest.
Yeah.
And I'm the one in question.
Yeah.
Next one, walk in, and I shave my legs. Starts rubbing my leg. Saying, oh, you shave your legs, do you? Wonder what else you shave. I'm like,
so this
how
man...
am I copping the shit when you're rubbing my thigh in the truck?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
It just...
The way he's just implied that, then... Does this man just not shave his, like...
Well,
his
no,
balls
he pulls his shirt down, he goes, I don't fucking shave my chest, mate. You should see my back. It's even fucking hairier. And I'm like, I do not want to see your back, mate.
Yeah, right.
But like, old people in that typical stereotype, so homophobic.
I'm not a fan.
And I'm just like, there's no need, mate. 2020, we're 2022 now, mate. It's normal.
Grow up.
And it is fine. It is 100. I am 100% cool. I think I've been asked this question before. What would I do if I had a gay mate? Nothing changes, mate.
I don't think it
Absolutely
should.
nothing changes.
I don't even
if I
think
loved
there
you
should
before
be a big deal
and you
about
came out,
it.
I still love you.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think there should be a big deal about coming out
100%
either.
not, mate.
It should just be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah, I'm into men or I'm bisexual. I'd be like, fantastic, mate. All good.
Yeah.
Like, it's got nothing to do with me. You're the way you... Have you seen that Bob... It's a Queensland MP, Bob Catter, and he's like, have you seen that guy in the cowboy hat? And he's like, let there be 1,000 blossoms. But I'm not spending any time on it because every day
there's a fucking alligator attack.
Queensland and we can't...
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I look at you the same no matter what way...
Yeah.
Who you're interested in. But they are some of the most homophobic people you'll ever meet.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That was just a quick story about my swing to end the podcast on a bit of a highlight.
We'll quickly end it as well.
Yeah.
I literally just touched on it. Do you shave or trim?
Down there?
Yeah.
I shave the top with like a trimmer on zero, so really short, and then I actually get a razor and I shave like my balls, so it's silky smooth.
I don't know why people say that they're scared of cutting themselves doing that. You have to fucking
You
fuck
taking
up.
the piss, cunt?
People, dude.
Oh, shave, like cut it when
they're
a razor?
using a razor.
I was going to say with the trimmer, bro.
The trimmer, I'm scared of doing,
bro. I cut myself today
fucking
shaving.
Cunt, the trimmer is like what I'm scared of, not the razor.
Yeah,
People
the razor's
like,
bro, I go ham with that razor. I'm ripping that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
I'm pulling a fucking lawnmower up.
How do people cut their sack or their body with a razor?
Never done it.
You have to screw up pretty badly.
You've got to almost...
You have to be using a
slide
cutthroat.
like that,
Yeah, you have to be going side on.
I've never cut myself with an actual shaver. With the trimmer...
Trimmer with electric
bro.
clippers, bro. I will clip that shit in like 5 seconds. And then I'm in pain.
Yeah.
And it's the
I
worst.
cut myself today with the trimmer.
Yeah.
But the razor...
The razor, easy.
Bro, go ham.
Yeah.
I'm pulling that shit aggressively.
That's why I don't understand what people's like complaints are with like...
Yeah, neither do I.
Or just like,
No, apparently Manscaped's really bad.
Yeah. Well, that's
I've
because
heard a
they've
lot of bad
guaranteed
reviews.
that they don't clip. But like, if...
Oh, you can't guarantee that.
Yeah, you just don't guarantee it.
Yeah.
Maybe people are actively trying to clip their balls to try and sue.
Bit of a case, yeah.
But anyway, girls, do you shave or trim your balls? Let us know.
I'm looking at getting laser on my chest.
I'm
getting laser hair removal on my chest.
On the chest, on the legs?
Yeah.
Just so it's easier.
Yeah, and probably not my legs, maybe. But like my chest, definitely. I'm booked in to get my chest piece done in a few weeks.
I really want to get my chest done.
I'm getting like my neck.
And my neck and chest
sternum and chest all done in one big bit. With a couple of snakes coming up that are going to wrap around my pecs and then go up each collarbone.
Yeah. I like it.
But yeah, I want to get laser done. I've got to find out if you can do that with tattoos though. Like before you get freshly tattooed.
You cannot. I think you got to wait like 6 months. Yeah. Anyway, we're
We're
wrapping it up.
We are well over. I think this is about 50.
Big fuck
almost. This is almost an hour.
This is probably the one that ticks over to an hour if it does.
Yeah.
Big fuck you to anyone who thought it was going to be a 30-minute podcast. We thought it was going to be a 30 to 40
We are
going
to release another one this week too. That is also an hour.
Yeah, so enjoy that.
Yeah.
No. Other than that, thanks for the support
Thanks
as
for
always.
listening.
We're working on Apple Podcasts.
I will get that sorted, mate. I don't know why it's making it. Like I got everything
I saw. I was
ready,
trying to do it as well.
and then it fucked up again.
It's
So I'll sort that out when I edit tonight.
Spotify, give us 5 stars if you can.
Yeah, we got some ratings on there.
Like the video on YouTube.
Yeah, give it some interaction. We were getting a lot of engagement on TikTok until we got taken down again.
On Instagram, feel free to message us and ask us anything to put on what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, because you are the audience.
We're getting some more in, which is good.
Yep.
We're getting more and more, so
but
it's handy.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, and we'll
Thanks
see
for
you
the support. And we'll
episode
see
7.
episode 7?
Yeah.
Episode 7.
Favourite number.
Thank you.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.